Okay, so we're back and ready for a deep dive.
Hmm.
And let me tell you, the topic we're tackling today is seriously buzzing, literally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about those UAP sightings
Oh,
over New York City and New Jersey.
okay. Yeah, those have been pretty crazy.
They really have. I
Yeah.
mean, since late November, practically every night, there are reports of these bright lights. Some people say they look like drones
Right?
coming out of and going back into the ocean.
Oh, wow.
And here's the thing. They're not just, floating around.
Yeah.
People are saying these things are moving in really strange ways, like unusual patterns,
Mm.
almost like they're, I don't know, dodging something,
Mm-hmm.
and then poof, gone.
Like when someone gets close.
Yeah, exactly. Like when they're approached, they just vanish.
Yeah.
So it's got everybody asking, what in the world are these things and where are they coming from? I mean, come on.
It's wild, right? I mean, you've got New York City, one of the most populated places in the world, and airspace that's, super heavily monitored. And then you have this, I mean, it makes you wonder.
Exactly. And it's not just us, the regular folks who are wondering. You've got government officials, like big names.
Yeah.
Governor Murphy from New Jersey.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He's publicly acknowledged these sightings.
Yeah.
And they're launching investigations.
Wow. I mean, that's not something you see every day, is it?
Right.
The government actually admitting, like, hey, we're looking into this weird stuff. It's kind of a big deal.
Totally. Usually they just try to, brush it under the rug. But now they're openly saying, yeah, we're on it.
Mm.
So far, the official word is drones.
Makes sense.
But there's a catch.
Uh-oh.
They can't track them. They can't intercept them.
I mean, how?
Right. It doesn't add up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, think about it. Drone tech, it's come a long way, right?
Yeah.
We're talking stealth drones, barely show up on radar.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got swarms, like drones controlled by AI, all moving together in crazy formations. It's mind-blowing.
I mean, are you saying, could that be what we're seeing?
Well, it's definitely a possibility.
Man, that's kind of scary, to be honest.
Yeah, it does make you think. Because, okay, let's say it is some super advanced drone tech. Then the question becomes, who's controlling it?
Right. And what are they doing? Why are they doing it? Especially with all these government meetings happening every day.
Wow. Every day.
Yeah. I mean, this is serious stuff.
Yeah.
They're not messing around. It's like we're living in some, spy movie. Secret meetings, mystery objects in the sky. I mean, who do you think is in those meetings? What kind of agencies?
Well, you've got to have the FAA in there for sure.
Right. Airspace and all that.
Yeah, but then you're probably talking intelligence agencies too. DIA, maybe even the NRO.
Oh, wow.
They'd be trying to figure out the tech, where it came from, all of that.
I mean, of course, the public, they've got their own theories, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the one that always pops up is, well, aliens.
Yeah.
Extraterrestrials. It's the ocean. It's unexplained tech. Weird movements. I mean, come on, it's like straight out of a movie.
I get it. It's the big unknown, the ultimate mystery.
Right.
But, gotta realistic. Without some hard evidence, it's just one possibility, among others.
Okay, fair enough. So what about, a foreign power? Or some, I don't know, secret organization?
Yeah.
Maybe they've got tech that's way ahead of anything we know.
That's a good one. That's really interesting because then you've got to think, what are they up to?
Exactly.
Is it like a show of force? Are they spying on us? Or is it something completely different?
Yeah, and if they do have tech that's that much better than ours,
Man.
I mean, that's a huge deal. That changes everything.
Completely. It'll shake up the whole world order.
Totally. I mean, think about it. People are already on edge, right? These things are out there every night. No one knows what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And the government, they're not really giving us any, this has got to be messing with people.
Oh, absolutely. It's the uncertainty, the feeling of being out of control. That can really get to people.
Yeah.
We've seen it time and time again. When there's something we don't understand, we start grasping for explanations. We try to make sense of it, even if it means projecting our own fears onto it.
I guess that makes sense. So where does that leave us? I mean, it feels like we're stuck with a bunch of questions and not a lot of answers.
Yeah, pretty much. They're investigating, but who knows how long that'll take. People are speculating, but it's all just guesses.
It's like we're waiting for that one missing piece of the puzzle,
Yeah.
the one that'll make everything click into place.
Yeah. And that's the thing, isn't it? It's these mysteries that keep us going, keep us searching. And sometimes we find out things we never even imagined.
I know, right? But, okay, I got to ask, what if, and I know this is a big what if, but what if these UAPs are something truly crazy, something beyond anything we thought possible? I mean, what would that mean for our tech, for how we see ourselves in the universe, for everything.
It's a good question. Makes you think outside the box. Imagine things that might be totally different from what we're used to.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to think about.
It is.
So I guess for now, all we can do is keep watching the skies and, see what happens. This is a story that's still unfolding.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see what comes next.
Absolutely.
But the main thing, stay curious, keep thinking critically, and be ready for new information. You never know what you might learn.
Well said.
Thanks.
Sometimes the most unexpected discoveries are the ones that really shake things up.
Absolutely.
Thanks for diving deep with us.
My pleasure.
And to all our listeners, keep those eyes on the skies.
And stay curious.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. We love to get into the strange and unexplained.
Absolutely.
And today we've got a really good one.
Oh, yeah, this one's a doozy.
So strap in, because we're going deep into the world of UAPs, or Unidentified Aerial Phenomena.
You know them better as UFOs?
Yeah, but we're trying to be a little more scientific here.
Right, right.
But anyway, we're not just talking about any old UAP sightings.
No.
We're zeroing in on a cluster of reports coming from
You're not going to believe it.
New Jersey and New York City.
The heart of the beast.
Imagine that, right? UAPs buzzing around the Big Apple.
It's like something straight out of a movie.
It really is. And the details of these sightings are even more bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. We've been digging through some really interesting information from an individual named TJ Jones,
Okay.
who claims to have some insider knowledge about what's really going on.
Sounds like our kind of guy.
He does. So let's dive in and see what we can uncover, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay, so according to TJ, there's a whole fleet of these UAPs.
A fleet.
Yeah, he's saying like a significant number
Wow.
are being sighted over New Jersey and New York City every single night.
Every night. That's a lot of activity.
It is, and here's the really weird part. They're being described as drones.
Drones. Interesting.
I know, right? You'd think with all the technology we have,
All the radar systems, all the air traffic control.
someone would be able to track these things down, right?
Exactly, you would think so.
But here's the kicker. Authorities can't seem to track them, stop them, or even figure out where they're coming from.
Okay, now that's where I start to raise an eyebrow.
I know, right?
I mean, drones are pretty easy to track.
Right, they have transponders, GPS, you name it.
Exactly. So if they can't track these things, it means one of two things.
What's that?
Either these are some seriously advanced drones, maybe even using tech we don't know about,
Okay,
or someone is intentionally making it very difficult to track them.
Ooh, that's getting a little spooky.
A little bit, yeah.
So we're talking potentially government involvement.
Potentially, or
Right.
some other very well-funded and very secretive organization.
Right.
Think about it for a second. What kind of drone can fly undetected in the most surveilled airspace in the world?
It's mind-boggling.
It has to be something beyond our current understanding, right?
Right, and are you ready for the weirdest part?
Hit me with it.
According to TJ, these drones are being observed,
Wait for it.
emerging from and returning to the sea.
The sea.
The ocean.
Okay, hold on. Drones coming out of the water.
I know, right?
That changes things.
It does, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about your average hobbyist's drone here.
Right.
This is something else entirely.
Underwater drones. That's a whole other level of technology.
Exactly, and it raises so many questions like who's operating them? What are they doing?
And why all the secrecy?
Right, why go through all the trouble of hiding them if they're not doing something, well, let's just say sensitive.
Yeah, sensitive's a good word for it.
Very good word.
And it gets even more intriguing.
Oh.
Because TJ claims that the government is actually holding, get this, daily conferences about these UAPs.
Daily conferences.
Daily.
Wow, that definitely suggests a higher level of concern than your average UFO sighting.
I mean, that's not just like, oh, we saw some weird lights in the sky.
Right, this is serious business.
This is like, we need to figure out what's going on now.
So if they are drones, why the secrecy?
Right. And why can't they track them?
You'd think the government would have a pretty good handle on their own drone technology, right?
It's a mystery.
It's a real head-scratcher.
And you want to know the final and perhaps most shocking piece of information TJ shared.
Lay it on me.
He believes, and I quote, the aliens are here.
Oh, okay, hold on a second.
I know, big jump right.
That's a pretty big leap. I mean, UAPs are one thing, but jumping straight to extraterrestrials,
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
But it does make you think, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, if these UAPs are as advanced as they seem, and if the government is genuinely concerned, is it possible that
That we're not alone.
it's a possibility, however unlikely it might seem?
It's definitely food for thought.
It is, but I think it's important to remember that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Couldn't agree more.
So while we can speculate about aliens, we need to stick to the facts.
What are those facts?
Well, we have numerous credible reports of UAPs over New Jersey and New York City.
Okay.
We know that these UAPs are behaving in ways that our current technology can't explain.
Right.
And we know that the government is taking these sightings very seriously.
So what do we make of all this?
Well, it's a puzzle with a lot of missing pieces.
It is.
But by looking at the evidence critically and by exploring all possible explanations,
Even the crazy ones.
especially the crazy ones,
Okay.
we might be able to start piecing together what's really going on.
So what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are that we need to keep an open mind, but also a healthy dose of skepticism.
As always.
We need to demand more transparency from our government,
Yes.
and we need to continue to investigate and research these phenomena until we have some real answers.
Well said. Well said. Well, there you have it, folks. Another deep dive into the world of the strange and unexplained.
Always a pleasure.
And remember, the truth is out there somewhere.
Keep searching.
We'll be back soon with more mind-blowing mysteries. Until then, keep your eyes on the skies and your minds open.
And don't forget to question everything.
Always question everything. See you next time.
See ya.